Posing, I'm going to make the same statement with both Kevin, Flex. I'm sorry.
And even if you don't know what you're talking about. What?
Phil and Dexter. I've made enough improvement where I feel as if condition-wise, symmetry-wise, pose for pose. I'd love to get a call out, just me and Phil.
We'd love to see that too. Don't we?
I think we could probably make that happen. I know Steve Weinberger, head judge, is in attendance today. Steve, can we look forward to that call out? Absolutely. Steve is here to please.
I'm confident enough to know that I did my homework, and I'm ready to go out here and just get it on.
Well, D, some of the word has been out there this offseason. Of course, we've heard the same 3 or 4 names throughout. And of course, that's Sean Roden, Phil Heath, Dexter Jackson, Big Ramy, Roelly Winklaar. We hear these names over and over and over. These are the guys to beat. These are the guys to beat. The one name you haven't heard too much of, though, is maybe a name that you should have been hearing about, and that's Cedric McMillan. All right, Ced, the one.
Testing, 1, 2.
Okay, yeah.
Should your name be up there with these guys when they talk about people that are a threat to this Olympia title this year, Cedric?
Well, okay, I could give you a genuine answer, and I could give you an answer that people tell me I should say. Right?
No, listen. This is the Olympia crowd. Let me tell you, they're not looking for PC, man. They want to hear from the heart. Isn't that right, guys?
All right, so keeping it real from the heart, and I've talked to Sean about this, and he been on my ass all year, ever since. Well, I got to this part, but I didn't get much farther than this part last year. And when he got the word that I was sick, he was like, "What? Cedric is," because we had a plan.
I said you should get out of the hospital and drive over here.
We had a plan. If I could get in that first call out, we was gonna tag team. We was gonna do the best we could to, try to out.
Get a Blocksville out. What are you guys gonna do?
Pretty. I hit him high, and Sean hit him low or something. Trying to do what we could, And when one of us get tired, we tag in. But anyway, I didn't get to make it, And for the last couple of years, me and Sean, when we talk and stuff, I always have been a fan of his physique and his conditioning. We kind of started. I think we turned pro the same year. He was a few months before me, and we had kind of the same little rocky start. And then we both kind of found ourselves around the same time. But the difference with us is he has the legs, the lower body that he has is one that I would like to have, and then his conditioning came along almost immediately once he got with Chris, and that's been something that's been developing for me over time. So I said that to say that these last couple of years I've been kind of using Sean as a benchmark for myself, wondering how he look at how many weeks out to kind of gauge where I am, and that really helped me getting ready for the Arnold. Well, first Kevin's show in Poland, and then going into the Arnold this year. And I knew, of course, I was going to have to compete against Kai, and I was scared to death. This is one of the thickest short guys, in the sport. And I just said to myself, man, if I can, stand up there and compete with him, and maybe win a few poses and maybe look good beside him, then that would kind of give me, the confidence that I needed to feel that I actually belong. In these top guys that are definitely going to be in the first call out. So with your original question, the answer is I don't care if my name is not mentioned as one of the top guys yet, because I hadn't actually been up there and had a chance to compete yet. But the answer that I should tell you is that yes, my name should be included with those guys. But what I want to do is just, and what I'm praying for, what I'm asking for and pleading for, man, just give me a shot. If you could just put me up there, I'm sure I would do some damage at the show. And I'm doing this for the people who love the style of bodybuilding that I love. And I can remember when I turned pro, there was no talk about classic looking physiques. There was no physique division. There was no classic bodybuilder division. You know, I like to believe that they came up with these divisions to try to find a place to put me, you know, because I just didn't fit anywhere. But my goal was to try to get the sport to go back to where it was when it was so beautiful and when I fell in love with it. And to see all these changes being made and they're making way for these young guys as they begin to develop their physiques. They don't have to try to think and focus, and their goal is, I want to look like Dorian Yates, so I got to look like Ronnie. Now they can, as they develop, they have another look that they can try to achieve, and they can stop there or work on that before they actually ruin their physiques trying to be something else. You know, for those that have the genetics to be big, they can go for that too, you know? The whole point of it all, and what's so beautiful about bodybuilding is, you know, there's so many different types of us. And we all have something unique to offer, you know, and what I just hope is, and it kind of was disappointing for me because it seemed like coming into the show there was a story about this guy, and him coming back, you know. But what I would like to happen and what I hope happens is that all of us have the opportunity to showcase our uniqueness, because there's somebody here to see each and every one of us, you know what I'm saying? And we all deserve, you know, a chance, and we all, you know, should have the opportunity to showcase ourselves for the fans, you know, whether we get put in a certain call out or not.
Yeah. All right, so I guess what that means that we should have everybody in the first call out. Now,
not everybody.
Talking about
if I'm in the first call out, first of all, if I'm in the first call out, like, I might have to take like a 10-second time out, you know, just to like get my shit together and if Phil bump me or get in front of the line on me, you know.
But talking about damage,
I got to try to chill.
Talking about doing damage, I see Ramy is tearing that Tupperware up here. Let's get to the big man, who he's been talked about for years now as potentially being one of the guys that can potentially beat Phil Heath at his own game. Now, looking at big Ramy right here being hungry, Ramy, what does Ramy feel like here 2016?
Salam alaikum. First, I need to see, I'm really happy because I stand with one line with the legend, Kevin, because it's like a dream, you know. And I'm really sorry because I didn't hear Mr. Dennis Wolf here with my line. Yeah. And come back, bro, very fast. Sorry, my English is still so bad. Yeah.
It's very good now, very good. I mean,
and I need to say, 2016, maybe I changed everything. My idea about how can Ramy win this year? Because last 3 years I'm coming to win and never come to number 7 or number 8 or number 5. Every time I come to win. This year I think I don't like to promise any people like last year. I'm shredded, but you know I think I can change a lot to make everyone here proud to make every fan from Ramy tell this. He can't say something in bodybuilding like this before. That's it.
All right, thank you, Ramy. Well, we talk about some of those names that have been up there with that first call out. Roelly Winklaar, no exception. Roelly, welcome back to the Olympia, my friend.
Hi, guys.
All right, Roelly, we're hearing a lot of talk about that much wanted first call out, much awaited first call out. You look like you put on a little bit of size this year, my friend.
It's not about size. I try to come every show better and make my mistakes better. And everybody want to be first call out because you feel better when you first call out. Yeah,
Just calm down, Roelly. Calm down. Gets a little too excited sometimes. We got to bring him back in. Are you going to be in that first call out? If she's on the judging panel, you'll be in the first call out.
We go for it. Therefore, I trained for a long time. I trained in Kuwait, and I miss my family a lot. I train for be the first call out. I don't miss my family for nothing. It's just my call.
Talking about the first call out, we have another athlete on this stage that's been here, he's a veteran, no stranger to this stage, and also been potentially also already won one Olympia maybe in 2007 when he placed second to Jay Cutler. Let's welcome back Victor Martinez, who is, of course, as we all know, one of the athletes that had to overcome one obstacle after the other, and I call him the rubber ball because he bounces back as soon as he goes down, he'll be right back up. Victor, coming off a win in, what show was it again that you just won?
Baltimore Pro.
Baltimore Pro. So now coming off a strong win, what is Victor saying to all this? Everybody's talking about these guys being in the first call-outs, and nobody really mentioned Victor Martinez as of yet. So how do you feel about all this?
So good. That's the way I like it. That way, pressure's off. At the end of the day, it's just I got that win to qualify. I didn't want to come in with points. Last year I did. I've been waiting for that first call out for the last 3 years, and it's tough. It's tough because losing the weight, trying to get it back, and finally got my weight back up. And it's all about that first call out. Like Cedric said, you get that name called out. I think I'm gonna skip to my loot right to the lineup.
There's no skipping on the Olympia stage, Victor.
I'm gonna skip, man. Because it's something that I've been struggling, and it hasn't been easy. And nothing up here for any of these guys is easy, except for a few gifts like 2007 to Jay Cutler. Where are you, man? Yeah, but again, that's the past. It's happened. Right now, I'm just focused on always beating myself from the year before, and I just want to thank everybody in Oxygen for helping me, because I've been trying it on my own. Thank you. You guys are real family, and when all the bad things happen, everybody from that was close to me just disappeared. They blew in the wind. And they invited me in 2009, and finally I said, you know what, let me take this up. It was hard because I do have my kids here, so going away, leaving my kids is a sacrifice. Love my kids. I love my kids around me all the time. And very protective of them. And so to leave and go away, a week, 2 weeks, a month, it's a long time. So I'm very grateful for that. Also, Steve always telling me, what, you're almost there, Steve Weinberger, and he knows I just don't quit. Quitting is boring, and just wanted to come back, and it's all about that first call out, and like I said, being on the radar is cool because I did my job, got my weight up, and
how confident are you now?
I'm always confident. That's the thing. When that wasn't good, I'm always confident. But at the end of the day, it's you always got to have that mindset of, I'm going to do good. You can't. I never told myself I can't do it or anything like that. I've beaten guys at 60-80%. I never really, I came back after a layoff, a year and a half. Being away for a little while, broken arm, and of course I'm a Kuclo behemoth like Ramy and New York Pro, but again, these guys were out, these guys were training, and if I could beat guys at 60%, imagine me at 90. It's a big difference. I know I can do it, and that's why I look forward. And my fans, the support of my fans, day in, day out. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you, and that's what keeps me going.
All right, thank you, Vic. Folks, on a side note, a new Olympia record has been made while we've been here at the press conference. Big Ramy is over the 300-pound mark in the last 10 minutes. Keep eating, buddy, keep eating. Man, he don't slow down. Man, look who made his way to the front row, Steve Kuclo. Steve, congratulations. You made your way from the rookie section last year down into the front row. The King Snake is back. Great year this year. Congratulations. You had it out with another one of the new guys, Nathan the Asha. We're going to get to Nathan in just a few moments this year in California out of John Lindsay's show. Great showing for both of you. Great showing for the next generation that's coming up onto the Olympia stage. Give me the differences between last year and this year in terms of your Olympia experience, the preps, getting involved in your thought process now that you've got your feet wet on the Olympia stage.
Well, this year is going to be a whole new package. It's going to be the biggest and the hardest I've been. I've worked really hard with my coach, George Farrow, this year, and excited to be on the stage, bringing and improving what I brought last year and the years before. The biggest thing I need is to get the call out with the guys. And Mr. Weinberger's done an amazing job this year mixing it up and getting everybody in the comparison. So if I get that comparison, this will be the best placing to date on the Olympia stage I've had.
Awesome. Rookies, we have...
Hold on. There's one more thing. We talked about this being a family, the IFBB and everything. And Dexter up here is like somebody I've looked up like a father, I guess. So I guess I got my grandfather.
See, you're the father to Steve as Kevin is to you. See that?
We got to keep the family thing going. So I'm the young guy. I'm one of the young guys.
Well, talking about young guys and talking about rookies and Olympia debuts, we have 6 of them this year, Bob. 6 guys, and some of these guys have been on my radar all year and since last year, and I got to mention one right now. I'm going to start with a rookie. Last year he was a rookie. His first show, he won the show hands down in San Marino, went on to win the Lou Ferrigno show, his first 2 pro shows with a victory, qualified for the Olympia this year, already last year, but decided to do more shows and placed 3rd at the Arnold Classic in Columbus. And in my eyes, and I watch this guy very closely, is, in my eyes, the best thing that coming out of Australia ever. Josh Lenartowicz, let me get this right. Josh, winning 2 pro shows, qualifying for this show, as a bigger guy like you, what was the deciding factor for you to keep going and doing like 2 or 3 more shows this year, even though you were already qualified? And what does it mean for you right now to be on the biggest stage on the planet, something that you probably didn't even think of last year?
It's why I did it was, to inspire other people. And, I've been given nothing that God has not given me. He's put me in a beautiful family with a loving mother, a strong father, an incredibly inspiring older brother who started my journey in bodybuilding, my beautiful wife, and my great friends who've shaped and molded my life to know that bodybuilding doesn't just define who I am as a person. And that's what I really wanted to represent. It saying, king of the gym, it doesn't mean I'm better than anyone. It just means a king should reflect leadership. And we're talking before with Kevin, leading other people, and that's something that I'm really strong and that's really close to my heart, is raising a generation of new people coming up in the gyms, because all of us here are leaders. And even if this is my last Olympia, which I hope it is, and I want to be here for many years, but just to be on this stage, it's incredibly humbling, and I have a platform then to inspire many more people. And that's really, really what's blessed me. I mean, I've had a lot of great mentors with Chad Nichols and Kim, Tony Doherty, these people that have helped mold me and shape me into this sport, because in Australia it has been very hard and there hasn't been many people. But I just want to thank all the fans and everyone that's supported me along the way, and that's what's given me the hope. And that's why I do it, as you said, why I wanted to keep going through the year, even though I'd already qualified. It's to give hope. Like maybe there was someone out there that saw me that hadn't started in the gym yet and just thought, wow, this can guide my life in a certain path, and a healthy living and all those sort of things, and that's why.
It was awesome to listen to your humble side. Now I want to talk to the warrior, Josh. Okay, you an IFBB Pro champion. You placed 3rd in the Arnold Classic here. Now, going into the Olympia, which is the biggest show on the planet, Whose ass are you kicking from the guys that you already know? I don't want to hear your humble side now. I want to hear the Josh, when you train, who are you prepping for? Who you know I have to beat in order to go at the place where I want to place?
It's cliche, but always have to beat myself. And even if I'm 800 kilos of fat, I'm going to pick myself to win over anyone else.
That's again your humble side.
Over anyone else. No, it's not. It's true. Like, well, of course I want to win. Everyone wants to win because...
Do you believe in your heart?
If you win, you have more of a reach to impact lives.
Do you believe in your warrior heart when you train?
Yeah.
That you can beat guys like Ramy, Phil, Sean Roden, Dexter Jackson? Do you believe you can do that?
Yeah.
That's all I want to hear.
I definitely believe in myself and my abilities, and I've made massive improvements and things like that. I don't think I'm better than anyone physically. It doesn't make you a better person. But as a bodybuilder, yeah, I've busted my ass in the gym, and I'm trying my best.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Another rookie that just came out of nowhere. I don't even know where you came from all of a sudden. Nathan the Asha from England. Nathan. Great rookie season, start placing right out the bat. Ended up winning the show. Give us your thought on being here on the Olympia stage next to all these champions.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone, for coming and supporting those guys out here. It's an honour, it's a privilege for myself personally to be here. Since I was a young boy, I've wanted this opportunity for a long time. I'd like to thank my family for allowing me to pursue my dream. My other family, Oxygen Gym, for basically pushing that dream and making it happen to what it is. My coach, Sam Rascal, and the boss man himself, back in the day. Without these guys, things wouldn't be possible, But out the bat this year, I think with my training partner, Roelly Winklaar, he's inspired me every day. He's a beast, he tells me every day, Nathan, you can do it, you can do it. And with him believing in me, him in the front row there, and being a lot of these guys, and me, myself personally, pushing him on my first show, I believe that, I can beat a lot of these guys, in myself,
You believe you can beat Roelly?
No, I believe so, yeah, I've got to believe it, I pushed him to his limit. I believe in, Roelly, that was one of the best Roellys you've seen, Like Cedric, I bring the aesthetics back to bodybuilding, and that's my goal. I don't want to be a mass freak, I just want to be my ideal body, what I believe. Like Kevin Levrone himself, I want to be like this, and I want to pursue my own dream and my own career and leave my own legacy as Nathan.
All right, thank you, Nathan. All right, Big Country, Dallas McCarver back at the Olympia last year, your rookie debut. I thought you had a fantastic debut. Personally, I could have had you up 2 or 3 spots even. Sorry, Cedric, we know who you are. You want to keep that, Phil? Sign that for Phil, will you? All right, Dallas, you had a great showing this year. Was it Chicago that you came into? You talk about some buzz in the bodybuilding community. You looks like you put on about 25 pounds of muscle. You came in there, with all due respect to the competition, you flew everybody off the stage, qualified again for the Olympia. You were my pick in our early predictions to basically shake up that top 6 possibly here today, or this weekend I should say. What do you say, Dallas, top 6?
Well, first off, thanks everyone for being here. And it's a blessing to be a part of something like the IFBB. That being said, it seems to me everybody in the damn brother's gonna be in the first call out. So I don't know what to say. I mean, I done heard 15 people say they're gonna be in the first call out and they want to be this, that, and other. So I mean, at the end of the day, we all bust our tail to get here, and we're gonna stack them up and see where it falls come tomorrow.
Where are you gonna fall?
I'm gonna fall wherever Big Steve puts me.
Dallas, you only 25 years old. You still get away with talking more trash. Come on, don't worry about it.
No, man, seriously, there ain't nothing to talk trash about. It's a blessing, Like you said, I'm 25. Dex is the same age as my daddy. Kevin's older than my daddy.
For real.
No, for real. That's no BS. That's numbers.
Numbers don't lie, right, guys?
No, man, I can sit here and promise everybody the world, and sit here and everybody can make the first call out. Everybody bigger, harder, stronger, faster than they were last year. Whatever, man.
Hey, man.
It's just
I'm tired of all these daddy jokes.
You know I love you, man. Come on. You like a daddy to me for real.
Lots of fatherhood here today, D.
But no, it's just, we can sit here and talk about it all day, but I'm just ready to get it on. Let's go.
See, that's what I get. For being a leader with these young guys. I took him and Steve Kuclo under my wing. I'm not doing that no more.
Hey!
You're too old now.
Hey, I appreciate everything, I'm just saying, it's just, numbers. Numbers don't lie. It is what it is.
All right.
You're the best looking near 50-year-old man on the planet.
Hold on. You might got a better body, but I got the younger face.
Yes. Come on.
You are pretty.
All right. Talking about pro debut.
You got a bigger booty too, Dennis.
No. That's why I'm famous. Talking about another pro debut. A guy that opted out last year because he didn't think he was at that point to do some damage, but decided that he is this year. And it's here to, what is Justin here for? Justin Compton.
Yes, coming out, and I've actually set this show out 2 years in a row. So I qualified in 14 and 15, and this show is obviously the biggest show on the planet. So when I come here, I don't want to feel like I'm here just to compete. I want to be very competitive. I want to pick and choose my shows wisely, and I wanted to wait. I think I was 25 when I qualified for the first time. I wanted to let my body mature. I wanted to learn a little bit more, so that way when I come here, I can make a statement. Apparently everyone is going to be in the top 5, but we'll see what happens come tomorrow. That I feel like I've done my homework. I feel like I've played a strategy.
You gotta get your own jokes. Don't steal my jokes.
What?
You gotta get your own jokes.
What'd you say?
He says you got to get your own material. He says don't be stealing his material, or he's going to kick your ass on stage tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll see about that.
That's what I heard.
Hey, the scale doesn't mean anything, man. I know you're 30 pounds heavier, but we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Let me give you a tip, especially you two, because you guys have it's kind of a little like a, why don't we just give us a little preview and just, work that up right here in front of the fans, set somebody up in order to create a little bit of hype. We weren't afraid to do that back in the days. I don't know what's going on with you guys. You guys got the new suits all hot. It's so hot you guys sweating. I'll take that stuff off and peel off on somebody.
Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, Dallas. What was that? You want to challenge into a posedown right now? What did you say? I didn't catch that.
We're going to pose tomorrow.
That means he ain't ready yet.
Well, he's scared,
Still young. That probably
he's young. Well, Justin, we've heard a lot of comparisons between you and the champ, Phil Heath, in your careers and in your physiques. Very similar physiques, similar structure, muscle bellies. Phil also opting out his first 2 years before taking that Olympia stage. So I think you're in good company there, but we keep hearing about this much wanted first call out. It's been 2 years, so clearly you're done waiting. You're here for business. Can we expect to see you in that first call out?
Yeah, I'm totally expecting to be in the first call out. I've done my homework, I'm here, I beat myself up, so I'm ready to kick some ass this weekend.
I like that, D.
I've done my homework in school every day and still failed. But that don't mean that Justin will fail. Another rookie right here, Akim Williams. Also probably one of the biggest guys on the stage this weekend. Akim, you're listening to all this right now. All these guys going back and forth with who's your daddy, I'm your daddy, I'm everybody's daddy. Okay, so tell us how you feel, man. Come on, what's going on?
First off, I'm just really excited and happy to be here. It's always been a dream of mine. I remember when I was working as an undergrad counselor, I would actually sit at my computer and I put 2 screens up so I could watch an Olympia press conference and listen for my boss when she's walking around. So I would just click the screen back and forth just in case I got caught or something like that. So it's just surreal just sitting up here, like I said 2 years ago, I was pretty much in the audience looking at these guys up here, and it's just an amazing feeling to be up here.
Great to have you here on the Olympia stage, Akim. Great victory this year, and you qualifying. I know you were working very hard this year to make those improvements, which you did, so congratulations. Pac-Man, welcome back to the stage. Pac, last time we were here, you were anything but humble. You had a whole lot to say to these competitors here. It's been a couple of years since then, so is that attitude still there, or are you down a little bit more humble, or where are you at these days?
It's there. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be back. I love the IFBB, and this little hiatus I had, for those of you who don't know, last time I was here was 2012. This little hiatus I had was completely unexpected. The last time I was sitting up here was a kid, and I thought, I'm going to be on stage every year. I'm going to be one of the best bodybuilders in the world every year for the next 10 years. Then things happen. Life happens. 2 kids, successful businesses, and all of a sudden you go, shit, it's been 4 years and I'm not on the Olympia stage. A lot of things happen, and this prep has been the most amazing thing for me. I'm so grateful, and I just want to say that I fucking love bodybuilding, and I hope that a lot of you love bodybuilding. Sorry to cuss. I have such a passion for it, and this training for this Olympia has renewed my passion, because when you have businesses and family, sometimes you lose clarity of purpose, right? You don't have a vision anymore. And be able to train for this Olympia and pay attention to the little details like I used to, and I was always so meticulous and working as hard as I possibly could, really renewed a fire for me, and I hope that I can pass that passion on to any one of you, every one of you, and develop an appreciation for the sport of bodybuilding and what the IFBB allows us to do. So as far as my confidence, Bob, I'm bringing something different. I started getting away from a physique that I liked. And
You finally bring the legs up.
I started getting away from a physique that I liked. And started trying to compete against other guys. So I'm trying to, you guys have probably noticed a bit of a difference in the last show, and it's still always a work in progress, but it's going to be different. I'm trying to bring it back to something that I enjoy, I like looking at, rather than just trying to compete with the big freaks, because at the end of the day, you'll love what you look like. So I'm very happy with the way I look for this show. I'm very much looking forward to getting on stage and showing you guys what I'm bringing.
All right, thank you, Pat. D, we got the man with the golden smile right down here. William Bonac. Now, William, I'm not here to ask you a question. I'm here to give you some advices. That was in the plural, yes. All right, listen, when you get a call out,
Yes.
and you're next to Phil Heath,
Yes.
take your dreads and flip them back so it hits him. He really likes that.
I will. No offense, Phil.
Memories.
I love you, Kyle.
Like a bad nightmare, Phil. Coming back.
His are real though.
Wait, is that the biggest diss here tonight?
Yeah, that stuff would hurt, man.
And he's got a whole bunch of them.
He's got a ton of that stuff, man. Like, that would kill me. Do not do that, please. You will never see me again. Like, I get destroyed.
Don't worry about it.
So some people are like, yeah, do that, man. Hit him with the hair. No. What are we doing that?
History repeats, huh?
No, but real quick, William Bonac is definitely one of those guys that throughout his prep, I've actually looked at how he trains, how he goes about his business. This is a man that I watched actually in San Marino, actually lose to Josh, and to see how he handled himself in that defeat really inspired me, because he was able to say, you know what, he deserved it. I'm just going to come back better. You can see me in Vegas, and I'm going to do damage. And I was like, you know what, that's the type of attitude that you need to have to be a champion. Living every day, every rep, every set, every workout, every day to be a better version of yourself. So I'm glad that you're here, my man. You look great.
Thank you.
And
you are getting me emotional, brother.
Please.
There's no crying in bodybuilding.
It's just respect when respect is due. And this guy has an amazing physique. I hope he's able to really bring it so you guys can watch it.
Man, this is some strong words from the champ himself.
I'm speechless, Phil. Thank you very much for
William.
Really motivates me, man. Really appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Okay, William, what is this going to do for you now, hearing from the champ how much he praises you, your physique, and your work ethic? What is that going to do? What is your mindset? You got 8th place last year. Your first Olympia, you ended up in the top 8. This is something that a lot of people wasn't able to do. I wasn't able to do that in my first Olympia. Now hearing this from Phil, what does that do to you?
This is like Phil's been like like my idol, just like Dexter.
Like your father?
No, not my father. I think Phil is 4 years older than me, 5 years, so he can be my father. So, but first of all, let me say this, because since this is my only chance, I can say something. I want to thank my sponsors. First of all, God for guiding me. I want to thank my coach, Neil Hill. I want to thank all my friends, all the supporters, everyone here, the FBB Federation, my friend Dennis Wolf over here. I want to thank all you guys for supporting me, for pushing me, you know, and I just want to say one thing also. I want to say this to my girlfriend, or my ex-girlfriend, you know. No, I'm serious, you know. I made some mistakes in the past, you know, and I hope you're watching this, and I made some mistakes in the past. And just want to let you know, I didn't sacrifice you for this, you understand? So, no, seriously, I mean this.
William, what the hell are you talking about, man?
Was that Kyle? No, you guys know, seriously. You guys are laughing, ha, bullshitting here, but I'm talking about the mother of my son, you understand? So I don't know what the fuck you're laughing at. No, seriously. No, I just
that's a whole different deal.
I just want to say something to the mother of my child, who's been so good for me, who's been supporting my ass, you understand? Because of her, I'm doing this shit, you understand? So I want to thank her, and I made some mistakes, and I want to thank her, sorry for that, and I didn't sacrifice you for this. I'm doing this for all of us to get a better life, you know? So once I'm done, I'm going to come and get you back. Believe me on that.
All right, William, that's what we wanted to hear. And for the record, William, they weren't laughing at that. They were laughing at your strange Brooklyn accent. So.
No, but I was, you know, it's so emotional to me, you know, because this is like since a year I've been like struggling as fuck, you know, because like we separated. Yeah, man, we separated, and
that's definitely from Brooklyn.
Listen, I don't know about you guys. You can sit there and act tough, you know, until it happens to you. You know, then you're gonna see what life is. You understand? You know, having the chance you cannot see your son and that kind of shit. You know, then you're gonna see what's life. You know, this shit motivated me. You understand? So.
All right, William, we'll let you get some carbohydrates. DJ, this guy's so important, they gave him his own table. Brandon Curry.
Brandon, this is not your first Olympia. Now you listen to all this, and you know, where does Brandon fit in? You qualified several times. You struggled a little bit in the past. This is not, everybody knows. You struggled a little bit with the condition, you know, knowing you're back to the Olympia. What changes have you made in order to change that?
Well, honestly, I'm just surprised I'm here. I don't know how I got here. It's a surprise. So
Cedric said you did 20 shows. That's how you got here this year.
Well, you know, I competed. I love competing. I love bodybuilding. I love experimenting and trying to figure things out. So yeah, I competed a lot. But I'm just happy to be here. I'm blessed to be here. I know Fred Small is supposed to be here. Y'all keep me in y'all thoughts and prayers, as he had some salmonella poison. We went to the hospital, I guess a week or so before the Olympia. So you know, everybody didn't make it. So I'm happy to be here.
Have you figured it out?
Have I figured it out? We'll see. You know, what you see one day, you may be happy with. What you see the next day, you may not be happy with. You know how bodybuilding is. So we'll see what we bring to the stage tomorrow. We're working hard, taking notes, and hopefully we bring a package that, you know, I'll love and everybody else will love it at the same time.
Brandon, there's a lot of talk, a lot of scuttlebutt about online over this past year. As we've seen you up and we've seen you down. Like you say, it's a different deal. Pretty much every show, very difficult to dial that in. But there's a lot of talk out there that perhaps you should think about the 212 division. Now, for the record, you're not anywhere close to 212, are you?
Well, you know, I think, Bob, I think you're right. I think I may try the 212. You know, I'll be throwing it in here for a little while. I may go there. We'll see. I'll think about it.
So you're not as far off as we thought then?
Oh, no. I learned how to suffer this year. So I figure, you know, if I can suffer all the way down there, I may be able to push it down that far. You never know.
Well, that would be interesting, Dink.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw 212? Is it 8th grade?
I don't even remember.
We've got 6 rookies here today. One's right here.
There's 2, actually.
2, obviously. But we're going to get to Michael first. Welcome to the Olympia, Michael.
Thank you. I want to thank God for being here. along with the family club who see me. You know, it doesn't matter if I take first, 5th, 10th, 15th, or they're last. As long as I make a statement, I'll be okay with that. Am I nervous? Of course. My heart beating fast right now, you know. But it is what it is, right? You know, it's gonna be an epic day tomorrow, not only for what, but for you guys too. I mean, whatever happens, just happens. And I want to thank all you guys for being here, sincerely.
We have another rookie from the Czech Republic, is that correct? Lucas? How do you pronounce the last name?
Osladil.
Osladil. Lucas. First Olympia, you won your pro show last year in Phoenix, if I'm correct?
Phoenix.
So, this is your first Olympia, so now, how did you prepare for this? And I remember you competed in the 212 before. What made you change to go from 212 into the open and actually winning your first open show? And how much heavier are you, or how much over 212 are you right now?
First time I competed in 212 was in Toronto in 2012. I won the first contest. So I was at the Olympia in 2012, in the 212. And last time was also in Toronto in the year 2014, and then I decided to move to the open category. And last year was my first time there, and at the second contest, it was at the Phoenix, I won. I got nominated for the Olympia, and I didn't really change many things since competing in 212. I've been working with George Farag since November 2013, and I got good support from Evels Fitness. And I have very good results working with George Farag, because first year I gained about 7 kilograms of pure muscles, and this year about 5 more, so I'm going up all the time with George.
All right, thank you, Lucas. All right, folks, you've heard from our panel of Olympians, so it's time to get into the nitty-gritty now. Cedric, what's up?
One thing I was thinking about that I wanted to say, have any of y'all seen that clip on Facebook or YouTube where it had Kevin Levrone doing a pose down with, what's my man's name? The dark-skinned guy, you and him pose down together. Vince Taylor. And they were posing down together. It was just a 1-2 comparison. And the way those two guys were showing their physiques, you know, they were competing against each other, but they were having fun at the same time and giving a good show to the audience. You know, and I can, you know, just being backstage and talking to these guys and stuff, I can kind of feel a change in the atmosphere as compared to how it has been in years past, where, you know, you don't have to not like somebody to compete against them and try to beat them, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times with social media and stuff like that, it's just changing generations in general. You know, it's so easy to talk shit and then you're safe behind, you know, your keyboard and stuff. But what I hope for us is, you know, I hope that we can, you know, maintain or at least start to develop a little more camaraderie between us. So, you know, like you guys were talking, when y'all go overseas and compete, you know, it was a good time that y'all would have, go compete, go get money together, put on a good show together, you know? And, cause see, you fuck around and bump me or say the wrong thing, and I'm gonna embarrass all of us on stage, and I won't be going to jail, and I won't be able to compete no more. You know what I'm saying? So I just want us to be able to have fun and put on a good show for, see, I'm gonna get you backstage. You know, I want us to be able to have fun, so I hope that you guys actually can enjoy us putting on a show and having fun doing what we do together. You know? I think me and Josh played so much at 2 Arnolds. You know, Steve Weinberg was like almost saying, all right, stop damn playing and get in this pose. You know what I'm saying? But that was a real good time for both of us and the crowd as well. They enjoyed that. So not saying it's going to be a bunch of playing today, but just speaking in terms of the atmosphere of bodybuilding. You know, everybody wants to see drama and all of this stuff, you know, and once again with social media, and you got these unknown people that kind of create popularity for themselves by clowning us, you know. And I can remember when all I had was my magazine once a month, I couldn't think of anything disrespectful to say about any of those guys I seen in that magazine. I loved them, and I was ready for it, you know? So, but now with so much access to us, you see us from the time we wake up, what we eat, what we do all day, you see all of this, and it seems like there's a lot of, instead of appreciating this access that you have into our lives, you get so used to it. It's just like when you got a pretty girl. After a while, she get on your nerves, and then you start not liking her. You know what I'm saying? You got so much access to us that some of these people actually lose respect for us because we're so accessible. So, hey, fix these little chaps on the internet and teach them how to damn be respectful to somebody, you know, that's doing something that they could only dream of doing, you know, because this is our lives. Yeah. And that's all I got to say.
All right, thank you, Ced. Well, Kevin, you've spent obviously a couple of decades now, so you've had a chance to see back then and now, firsthand and on the Olympia level. How much different was it for you this year, obviously with social media and such, when you made that announcement in Pittsburgh at Jim Manion's show that you were officially going to be into the Olympia? No more talk, no more nothing, I'm getting ready, I will be on the stage. Have you seen a big difference between the 90s and today in terms of fan response on the internet?
Yeah, certainly the negativity comes with the success as well. So you have that you have to mentally get over. I think, like Cedric was saying, they have so immediate access to us that mentally you have to be strong enough to block that out. Thank God that I came through in an era where Dorian Yates was over in England training and I couldn't contact him through social media. I could block myself off in Maryland and go into my zone, and I didn't have to worry about what was going on in the outside negative world, any attacks. When I was training for this Olympia, you know, you do need a part of that social media because that's your platform for advertising nowadays. It's very, very strong. So you have to engage, but you have to engage knowing that, you know, you're covered, knowing that, you know what, this is somebody's opinion, and that their opinion is not going to dictate or affect who I am as a champion. So, first and foremost, every last one of these guys up here on this stage are great champions. Not just an average champion. You have to be a great champion to overcome so many obstacles, whether it's the success that you're dealing with, whether it's the negativity that you're dealing with, going into the gym, training, eating, sleeping for many, many hours. It takes a lot of discipline. So for these guys to overcome, they certainly deserve to be here, and I respect that. And that's the greatest challenge that I saw preparing for this year's Mr. Olympia than when we used to do it. You know, we were protected by the WEDA organization, protected away from a lot of the negativity of social media. There's no protection for these guys. These guys have to somewhat go into that zone, block it out, and get in there and realize that, you know what, I'm here, this is who I really am as a champion, and to continue to proceed forward and propel and come out victorious through all that. So it's a lot different. It's a lot different nowadays.
Well, Kevin, we interviewed last night at the Athletes Check-In. I asked you what was the main difference you've seen between yesterday and today in terms of the competitors. You said, I don't see as much sunken in faces as I used to back in the day. I'm seeing a lot of full faces, round faces. I asked Phil about that comment a little bit later. Phil said, "This ain't no face contest. I'm as pretty as ever."
I was just about to ask this question to Kevin because this is a personal question for me to you, Kev.
Yeah.
And this is not, I'm not going to ask you what is the real reason for you to make this comeback. The question that I have for you is, what do you think was the better era? Who do you think were better? The guys, the top 10 in the 90s compared to the top 10 today? Who do you think were the better bodybuilders?
I think, you know, again, these guys nowadays, these guys deserve and earn the position to be here as champions. So I'm not going to say they're better champions or we were better champions. I can only compare to the conditioning. I believe that the conditioning certainly has suffered from the last time that I competed and through the 90s. There's a reason why Steven Weinberg said, you know, control your gut. There was a reason why, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger said it came out, we have to do something about this. And again, you know, one of the guys said size doesn't matter. It's about shape, conditioning, and the beauty of the sport. And if size didn't matter, like Flex Wheeler said, an elephant would be king of the jungle, but he's not. So I believe that we got to get back to what this sport was built on. It was certainly built on the beauty, aesthetics, pleasing physiques, and something that's pleasing to the eye, something that captivates the human eye and make you want to be like that person. I mean, I saw Lee Haney, I was like, it was just beautiful the way that he moved on stage, the way that he posed. You can communicate through your posing if you have the proper physique to do that. And I think this is what we're lacking today in this sport. And this is one of the reasons, and I saw an opportunity to come back, and I saw something that was so much part of who I was that was missing. And that's one of the reasons why I want to come back on stage. So Robin allowed me to come back on stage to present this package of what we had back then to compare it to what we have now. Not saying that Phil is not a great champion, because he is, or any of these guys aren't great champions, because they all are. Dexter came from that era, you know, and I certainly know that, you know, Dexter's probably down a few pounds now than you were last year. I don't know if you were. I'm talking about ripped and conditioning. Maybe, maybe not. But at the end of the day, it's about size, shape, and symmetry, and having a V-taper. That's what I believe.
Phil Heath, do you need a sunken face to prove that you're in shape on stage?
I think we all have sunken faces, and especially the day of the show. Yeah, especially compared to 2 months ago. We all were fat and happy, but, you know, I think it's... we all look like Krispy Kreme probably 3-4 months ago, but, you know... You want some? We're going to get some on Sunday. But to answer the question, I mean, I definitely feel that it's a visual indication while we have our clothes on that this guy is serious. But there's going to be a lot of guys that have a sunken-in face that do not win. It's going to be based on everything that everybody said: the size, the conditioning, the proportion, the separation with the muscle, the microstriations, like all this crazy detail that people are like, I didn't even know that. Like, what is that muscle on this anatomy chart? That does not exist. That type of conditioning, and that's what real bodybuilding really is to see something that you've never ever seen in a beautiful format. And you know, all these guys have special body parts. It's going to be the person who has the least amount of flaws that wins.
Well, Phil, you've taken some heat over the last couple of years. A lot of the fans thinking you did not come at your best, that we haven't seen your best since 211 or 212. I know it's been a personal mission of yours this year to prove to yourself, if not your fan base, that you will see the best Phil Heath this year since 11 or 12. Your feelings on that?
I just can't wait. I just can't wait. That's it.
Is this your best since? Well, actually, let's go back to that. What is your best year in your opinion?
2011 was pretty freaking crazy. You know, really hard, really dry. 2012, you know, I came in a lot more dense, and you know, it was a different package. 2013, I thought it was kind of a combination. You know, it was a first round knockout at prejudging. I mean, I walked in there, did my job, and left. You know, the last couple of years just wasn't necessarily better than any of those years, but it was good enough to win. Anything that people will realize, like in the sport of bodybuilding, you could look at from Lee Haney to Dorian Yates to, you know, 8-time Michelin Olympia Ronnie Coleman, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's going to be certain years that are more favorable to fans than other years. It's just the way it is. However, they did win. They found a way to win, and it was who they were standing next to at the same time. My job was to be a better version of myself each rep, each set, each workout, every day. That was it. Simple as that. Eliminate all distractions, eliminate all negativity. Be a fan of the sport and excite myself day in and day out. Say whatever I have to say to get myself on that damn cardio at 5 a.m. We don't want to do that stuff, but I did it. Training at altitude, living in Denver, Colorado, anyone that knows about altitude training, it is hard. But I got my ass up and I stayed there. I didn't travel as much. I was very focused driven. My girlfriend cooked every 99.9% of my meals. Thank you, baby. I really appreciate it. You know, I had a great support system, and I found that I wasn't satisfied with how I looked, even though I won. And any champion should think like that. Every champion should never be satisfied with how they looked. I'm not going to be complacent. I hear everything on social media because I am very active and I get kind of bored when I'm doing that cardio. But, I started reminding myself, are you having fun with this stuff? You've won 5 times. Are you having fun? And I was like, I'm allowing people to take the fun away from this with this whole social media garbage. And I started realizing, you know what? I'm just going to be positive. I'm just going to have fun every day. I'm going to focus on everything. I'm going to smile more. And I'm just going to keep the living crap out of myself every freaking day. Every rep, every set, every workout at a damn time. And I'm able to do that. So I plan on being the best I've ever been. I feel really good. And I'm having a very controlled aggression right now because I don't want to mess this one up.
Now, after the announcement was made in Pittsburgh that Kevin is coming back, this is especially for the top 5, top 6 guys last year. Listening to all the fans and the media outlets and all the talk that's been going on about Kevin coming back. How can he come back? He's 52 years old. Some media outlets predicting Kevin to win the whole show. Now, what does that do to guys like Dexter, Phil, Sean, Ramy, and everybody when you train? Do you think about, damn, Kevin is coming back? Are you guys worried about a guy that competed in the 90s that hasn't been on stage in 13 years and decides to come back at 52 year when people say he's going to beat Phil Heath, he's going to beat you guys? What does it do to you? What do you think? Is that on your mind at all? Or do you believe that there's no possible way Kevin can come back and mess with any of us?
I think Kevin's a great champion in his time. Only time will tell, and we get to see it tomorrow night and Friday, Saturday night. We'll be able to see what he looks like. I give him great respect for being able to, make that commitment. Because to make a commitment just to do a bodybuilding show is one thing. Making a commitment to do the damn Olympia after that long of a layoff takes a lot of balls.
Did it worry you in any way that Kevin is coming back?
I was more concerned with not being satisfied with how I had looked over the past couple of years. I've been more concerned about how I look. At the same time, it's hard for some people to get the mentality or understand my mindset because they're not living in this skin. If you've been champion for 5 years and you're going to concern yourself and overly concern yourself with people, other people, you're distracting yourself from your own goal. I cannot be losing sleep over people because I need to get sleep. I need to do what I gotta do. It would be no different if you're getting ready for a test. You're getting ready for an exam and you're worried about the guy that is placing 95% next to you. You're placing 95, 97% on these exams. I can't do nothing to this person. He or she is got to focus. They got to study. They got to do their thing. I got to do my thing. It's not boxing. It's not basketball. It's none of this stuff. I got to do my thing. If I'm the champion, yeah, I respect everybody's hard work ethic. Hell, it does motivate me because hell, we're all brothers in this because we all love what we do. It is inspiring to go online and be like, man, this guy's killing it, man. This guy, man, wow, I wish I could lift that much, or wow, this guy is looking really good. But at the end of the day, I would be stupid to be 5-time Miss Olympia, overly concerned with myself, getting scared. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to be scared of a damn thing. If anything, I'm going to be scared of myself, of what I can do, and not put barriers and walls up in front of myself, having that fear in my mind of somebody else. That is not a champion's mindset. That is not the way that I live my life. I want the best for myself every single day, and I cannot, nor will I not, concern myself with other people.
All right, good answer, Phil. As the old adage goes, there is no defense in bodybuilding.
Yeah, Bob. First of all, Phil, I want to say, you know what? I commend you on that because, those are words from a champion, and that's what we need. We need leadership. There's no bad blood amongst any of these guys up here on stage, and I can tell you that. When I was backstage, people saying, what feels different? What feels different? I feel the same amount of love here that I felt 13 years ago, so. Yeah, absolutely. And it just goes to show that, everybody's grounded. These guys work so hard. And to walk out here and to earn this spot, your level of thinking is on a whole different level where either there's negativity flying around, baby, it's not flying around here. It's flying around in a social media negative devilish world out there. And I think that these guys are certainly strong enough to overcome all that. And I think you guys can feel what I'm feeling right now. Nobody's going at each other right here. it feels good. It feels really good to me. So, and I didn't know what to expect coming here. I didn't know if they was gonna attack me or everybody gonna jump on me or start beating me or punching me or whatever. But the love that I feel, I mean, it's unbelievable. So you know what? I think the sport's in a great position, and I want to say thank you guys for all the respect that you've shown me through this process.
Next, you share those sentiments. You're not worried about their old dad here, are you?
I got two different answers. And the truth.
Give me the truth. Nobody wants political.
I'm going political first. Kevin coming back is awesome. And I think it's really good for the sport. Really. But, I mean, let's be real. I was whooping Kevin before he retired. Now, I've been competing for 17 years. And for a person to take 13 years off and train for 6 months, that's not, I wasn't worried at all, to be honest. Now, if Kevin took like 3 years of training, then we could be talking about 6 months. Come on, man.
Hey, actually, you want me to take my stuff off?
That's what we want to see. Take your shit off. Hey, this is your moment now, bro.
Hey, we can go right now, most muscles.
See,
you ready?
I want to let you guys know.
Actually, are you ready?
Hang on a second.
Come on, Kev.
You see the challenge coming out right now, folks. What do you say, Dex?
Look, I don't know if you guys know, but I try and be serious, but that really wasn't me. I look up to Kevin so much, man, to be honest with you. I'm just worried about me and myself, and that's it. You know, I put in the work. I pushed Phil to the limit last year, and I'm going to win this year. You can believe that. Write that shit down right now.
Dexter's going to win this year. He said, write it down, champ. What do you say? Phil, you got the last word.
It took him that long to say that. Why didn't you just say that at the beginning? I came here
because we're finishing the show now.
I came here, whoop Phil's ass, and we go home.
Well, Phil, I had to say something. It took you 30 minutes to talk. Sean Roden.
Is Dexter going to beat Phil this year?
I mean, I had to talk with you the other day. You give us the truth too. Don't be political at all.
You don't want me to take my jacket off, bro.
Well, I don't want you to, but I guess everybody else here wants you to.
We're waiting for Friday night. I think everybody pay.
Well, Friday's only one day away. If you're not in shape today, you won't be in shape tomorrow.
That's a good point.
You gotta give them what they pay for. They got their tickets right now, all of them. They were scanned when they walked in here.
Well, Sean, let's get.
Hey, Sean, come on, I'll go with you.
Sorry, it's not like you've never been here and you're still nervous.
Yeah, come on, Sean. Let's see what
I'll
you got.
take my shirt off if you take yours off.
Well, listen.
I will definitely take my shirt off if he takes his off. I'll peel down to the skin.
I want to see that just to see DJ. The hell with Sean Roden. Hey, Kevin's got an open challenge to any of you Olympians. Anybody want to go toe to toe right now? Any takers? Nobody wants no part of the muscle machine.
Anybody want to challenge me? Come on now. I'll take any one of you guys.
Hey, Kevin.
With donuts and everything.
I'm on your show in Poland. Remember you and your dress shirt? So I think I owe you one. Oh, yeah, you do. Go ahead, tell them that story. Let's go. I do it with you. Who wants to see it? Cedric versus Kevin.
Okay, most muscular? Yeah, got you. Wait, don't do the most muscular from the side though, because I can do that. That's right.
Hey, who wants a posedown right now? Anybody?
We're doing front and front.
Kevin Levrone, center stage. Cedric McMillan, center stage.
Let's go see the most muscular from the back. Come on, Josh.
I got the king of the gym coming now.
Go get him, Josh. All right, we got a little competition going on, y'all. All right, now, come on.
Anybody else want to get up there? Come on, next.
Yeah, they didn't have it.
Folks, that's going to wrap things up this year for the Olympia. I'd like to appreciate everybody for coming out here today. Tonight, folks, meet the Olympians right here at the Orleans upstairs, 7 o'clock start time. You can meet all the Olympia champions here, plus all the champions from all the other divisions tonight. And of course, folks, tomorrow night at the arena, we are expecting a sold-out show. If you don't have tickets, folks, I highly suggest you get to the ticket office now. We will be sold out. I'm not just saying that to say it, we actually will be sold out. Folks, it's going to wrap things up with my co-host, Dennis James.
Thank you all for coming out. Thank you very much. We'll see you all tonight and tomorrow. Thank you so much.